Super Bowl Sunday, just a couple days away. Sports world is waiting for the rematch between the New England Patriots and New York Giants. Diehard fans busy analyzing the specific matchups. They want to figure out who's going to win. Of course, the big game doesn't take a football fanatic to recognize this guy, this player, Tim Tebow, Denver Broncos starting quarterback, went from NFL bench warmer to the most popular athlete in America, record pace. He earned the starting job after his team got off to a slow start, and then he led the struggling Broncos into the playoffs, even an upset over the Pittsburgh Steelers. Tim Tebow, he is joining us live from Indianapolis as part of Disney's I'm Going to the Super Bowl promotion. Tim, first of all, okay, a lot of women in this studio very excited to see you. They're kind of swooning right now. We'll talk about that later. I want to talk about football first and sports. I don't watch football religiously. I know who you are. You are one of the biggest sensations this past year, goes well beyond football. So you know people either love you or they hate you. Why do you think people have such a strong reaction and opinion about who you are?
You know what? I'm not sure. I think it has to do a little bit with my faith and some of the teams I've played for that are very polarizing teams, the University of Florida and the Denver Broncos, and you know, I've had a lot of support in both those places, and I'm very thankful for that. And you know, just thankful that I get to live my dream every day and playing quarterback in the NFL, which has been a dream for me since I was 6 years old. And you know, I'm very thankful for that, and thankful that I get to play for a great organization in the Denver Broncos.
Some people have criticized you, saying that you're not a sound quarterback. What kind of quarterback do you want to be?
Yeah, I just want to be the best quarterback that I can possibly be, and put in as much work with great coaches and Coach Gase and Coach McCoy, and you know, try to get better every single day and just maximize my God-given athletic ability and my God-given talent to try to be the best quarterback I can be.
You know, there's some big sports figures, guys like Charles Barkley, who have taken a hit or two at you, a punch or two at you. I want you to listen to what he said.
The national nightmare continues. Hey, listen, I like Tim Tebow, but there comes a point. Listen, quit making. He had a great game. He's supposed to have a great game. They want to make it seem like, oh, the world is aligned correct. I'm like, you know, he does play quarterback. He's supposed to play well.
Tim, are they just hating here? How do you respond to some of this, where people are kind of giving you a hard time?
You know, thankfully I don't have to respond to too much of it. You know, he was a great basketball player, and you know, I love watching him play, and you know, I even love watching him swing a golf club, as funny as that can be. So you know, I just think that he was a great player, and I think he does a good job announcing.
You know, we want to talk about your faith because it is such a part of you. And when you were at the University of Florida, you painted the Bible verse, John 3:16, under your eye to call attention to your faith. Why is it important for you to advertise and put out there what you believe?
Well, I think number one, you know, what I do and just putting that Bible verse under my eyes, or whether it's getting on a knee and praying, I do that personally for myself. You know, to just give the Lord the credit and humble myself, you know, before big situations, and then also, you know, just to be a good example and to be a great role model, someone like Danny Werfel was to me, and you know, to set a great example for the next generation. And one of my ultimate goals, you know, is just to be a role model that you know, a mom or a dad can look to their kid and say, you know, that's someone that's trying to do it the right way, and someone that's trying to have character, strength, and honor, and do what's right, do his best, and treat others the way he wants to be treated.
Does that seem weird in some way, Tim, that you actually have people, they call it Tebowing, the act of getting on a knee and praying, that actually has become like a verb and it has your name attached to it?
Well, I think sometimes it is a little bit unique, but at the same time, it's pretty cool that people are at least talking about prayer now, and people are doing it. So, you know, I guess I'm kind of thankful for it.
What are you praying for?
What's that?
What are you praying for when you get down on a knee? Are you praying to win? What are you praying for?
I think more than anything is, you know, that regardless whether we win, whether we lose, whether I'm the hero or the GOAT, that I'll be the same person, be genuine, treat people the exact same, and be able to honor the Lord, win or lose, good or bad, and just that I don't change and I'm the exact same.
You have said before that you are saving yourself for marriage. Are you dating anybody? Do you have a girlfriend? I know a lot of women in this studio want to know.
No, I'm single right now, and just a little busy right now, but who knows? We'll see.
What would you look for if, in a girlfriend?
That's a good question. I think just kindness and compassion, and someone that is, very, has an outgoing personality, and someone that is very sweet. I think those are some big things that I'd look for. And
I talked to a sports writer who said your biggest vice is vanilla ice cream. Is that really true? Do you have anything else you could share with us here?
Growing up, actually, we really didn't, my parents didn't let us have desserts a lot, but, every Sunday when we got home from church, we were able to eat as much ice cream as we wanted. So we'd go on the couch and watch football and eat ice cream together, and we'd eat a lot. So, that definitely was a great memory for me, and, I still love eating ice cream, although I try not to have it as much now, but, I still love it.
So if you're not playing football, looking into the future, what would you be doing? What would be your passion? What would you want to do?
Well, football is definitely my career, but what I want to do in life is what I'm doing with my foundation, and that's, finding a way to bring faith, hope, and love to those needing a brighter day in their darkest hour of need, and that's my foundation's mission statement, and that's what I want to do with my life.
All right, it's amazing because your name has even been invoked in the presidential campaign. I want you to listen to what one of the former candidates, Rick Perry, had to say about you.
There are a lot of folks that said Tim Tebow wasn't going to be a very good NFL quarterback. He won 2 national championships, and that looked pretty good. We were the national champions in job creation back in Texas. And so, but am I ready for the next level? Let me tell you, I hope I am the Tim Tebow of the Iowa caucuses.
Are you following politics? I know you've had a chance to meet President Obama as well.
I do follow it somewhat, and I try to stay informed and understand exactly what's going on, so that I can be an educated voter and understand everything. And more than anything, I think that's just pretty funny. And anytime someone mentions you like that, I think it's got to be a pretty big compliment.
Do you like any of those guys that you've seen, Republicans or the president?
I think a bunch of them are great guys, and they handle themselves very well, and I respect them a whole lot. And
you got a favorite?
There's so many to name, and no, I don't have a favorite right now. But I definitely respect a lot of different men that are running, and I wish them nothing but the best.
You should you might consider running for office yourself. That was a very good political answer there, Tim. We asked viewers, of course, to what they wanted to ask you as well. So we'll go a couple of those. John asks, who's your role model besides Jesus?
When I was actually young, I was a huge Gator fan, and one of my big role models was actually Danny Werfel, and he just was someone that was awesome on the field, but he was extremely humble, and gave glory to the Lord, after every game, and was just, handled himself so well, and that was someone that I really looked up to.
Michael's asking you, Tim, who was your favorite NFL player growing up?
Actually, it was another Gator, and that was Emmitt Smith. I was a big Dallas Cowboy fan, and Emmitt Smith, probably the best running back of all time, was a huge role model for me, and one of the few guys that actually had his jersey.
All right, we can't let you go without asking this one. So who is going to win the Super Bowl this weekend? What do you think?
That's actually a very good question. I think they're both 2 great teams, 2 great quarterbacks. I've had the privilege of going up against Tom Brady twice this year and fell a little bit short both times. And, I think he's pretty darn good. And, he's got 2 great tight ends and, a bunch of playmakers, on the rest of the team. And, I think it's pretty hard to go against him.
All right. We'll put some money on it. We'll see who does the job. Tim Tebow, thank you so much for joining us. A lot of excitement here in the studio about your presence, and great to just be able to chit-chat about all kinds of things, including football. So thanks again, Tim.
Thank you so much. God bless y'all.
Thank you.